The meeting to order. Oh, I forgot we have microphones.
As everybody plugs their ears.
We're going to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Lori, roll call for attendance, please.
Michael.
Here.
Sandy.
Here.
Kelly.
Here.
Ken.
Here.
Lori here.
Motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Open session, anyone wishing to address the board with agenda items only?
I do have a question on regards to what we passed on our last meeting.
Mhm.
It was the removal of some dead trees.
Mhm.
They're down there, they appear to be in his yard. They don't appear to be out on the park property.
They were on our property. We did the survey on it.
We did do the survey on
Mhm. There, it's right down the line, the stakes out there, the little
it?
metal.
So the other
pole.
trees are ours that he mows around?
I don't know what trees, I just know the dead ones. The dead ones were ours.
Well, the dead ones are out to the west on his side. And
No,
the rest
this
of-
is right on the park. Sandy and I even walked out there to double check.
Okay,
Right.
And they are the.
on the property line.
Yep.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have
I'll
done
take
it.
a look at the stakes.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Anybody else? Moving on to unfinished business. Motion to amend contract with Barb Shute is Township Assessor correcting pay amount to $15,913.50.
I'll make a motion to amend the contract with Barb Schutt as Township Assessor, correcting the pay amount to $15,913.50. What we had voted on, oh, I need a second on that, sorry.
I'll second it.
What we had discussed at the last meeting was her pay being at $15,500, and it wasn't, it was $15,450, so we needed to correct this, the motion, and amend the correct pay. So this is actually a little bit less than what we had voted in last month.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Motion carries. Under new business, motion to approve Park and Rec trunk or treat event with a cap of $150.
I'll make a motion to approve the Parks and Rec trunk or treat event with a cap of $150.
I'll second. And Tony came tonight to explain what we were planning, or did I not understand you correctly? Were you going to let everyone know what you were planning?
You can do it now.
No, because we're discussing it now to pass it.
Good evening, Board.
Good evening.
Howdy.
Sorry to hear about your family tragedy, Garrett Kelly.
Thank you.
I'm here to explain the trunk or treat. First of all, let me start out with, there was a little misunderstanding as far as part of putting the cemetery cleanup together and the Parks and Rec together, okay? Nobody informed me, I wasn't aware of it, that they wanted to coincide together. So I put in motion the trunk or treat before I was aware of the situation,
Okay.
okay? And that's why the trunk and treat was already in motion, Okay, there was paperwork that was submitted to the schools, that I had to submit to the schools. And the only thing I'm waiting back on that is them to approve the flyer.
Okay, what's the cap for the 150? That's all we're voting on, so that's all we really need to know.
Well, actually, I don't know if I could do it at this time, but I'd actually like probably to add 100 more if I could, just to make sure we had enough. It's for the refreshments that we do have some for leftover from the picnic, all right? But it's to replenish those, and also to put decorations up in the gazebos. There's no electricity out there, but we're using battery-powered lights to try to fix it up. And for any other, like condensation, like spoons, forks.
What time is it, being that we're gonna,
We are,
being that
I
we're
believe
talking
we
about-
agreed, Lori, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it was gonna start from basically trick or treating from 6 to 8.
6 to 8
Right.
at the park right
At
here?
the park.
Correct. On October 31st?
That's correct.
And what do they do if they want to be, I didn't see the flyer.
Okay,
So
what
if
it,
you
what
wanna
it, what it is gonna be, getting trunk or treat, trunkers together right now with a list of how many trunkers I'm gonna have. I'm
So
gonna
to
have a flyer.
contact you if they want to participate?
Right, I'm
Okay.
on the flyer, they can contact me, the number's gonna be on the flyer. I'm just waiting from the schools to approve the flyer.
Okay.
Flyer's gotta be approved through the schools.
Mhm.
The paperwork was already submitted to approve the flyer, so that's the only thing I'm waiting back on that.
Okay.
As soon as I get that approval, I'll have to make the necessary amounts of flyers to pass out through the
Okay.
schools.
And then did you want to put it on Channel 6 and in the community bulletin for The Voice
Right,
and the Times Herald?
that's correct.
Do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it, or
Well, I mean,
whomever?
if you know, you want to do it, that's fine.
If-
I'd love to delegate some of my work. if you-
I love to delegate mine too.
No, that's fine, if you want to do that. Kev,
Okay,
you
so
can
we'll do
it.
Channel 6. Do you have a copy of the flyer?
Yeah, as soon as they're supposed to okay it, either at the end
No, I
of this
mean,
week.
for me to
Oh.
give to The Voice and the Times Herald and Channel
Right,
6.
oh, yeah, I provide
Okay.
you a copy. I'll drop that off.
Okay.
With them by
Just
Friday.
give it to me
for you.
before, like, the 1st. I mean,
I'll give
you know,
it to
we
you
got
either
quite a-
probably this week or the beginning of
We
next
have
week.
quite some, quite
that
a bit of
okay?
time. Sure.
And if I could interject, what it is we're asking for volunteers to come out to the parking lot and do
The
a trunk or
parking lot
treat.
or the park?
The park.
The park, okay.
And just set up, instead of kids going house to house, you're gonna have all your candy there, decorate your vehicle, kids come from
Okay.
vehicle to vehicle trick or treating as opposed to going through the streets in the city.
Now, I did talk with Chief Joe Slangster, and he said if you want to have a bonfire, you can, and he will bring one of the water truck out there.
Okay, now,
And-
I got a question on that. Is that, if you have a bonfire, do you have to have the truck there?
He's gonna have the truck there anyway.
Oh, okay, well, I was just,
I mean,
you know, I was just curious. is
because
that
I'd rather be
safe?
safe than sorry, and he
Okay.
said it's not a problem for him
All
to do
right.
it, so that
So
would.
can you give him the
Could you-
times and dates?
Yep,
with
already
the-
did.
Okay,
So that way, you know.
That's
he-
fine.
And he said that was fine, so if you guys want to do it, go for it. If you don't want to, that's fine too,
Okay.
but he's gonna have it covered. So I think that would be great.
okay, and also, I've teamed up with Historical Society and some of the volunteers that they have, to work further, in the future, together, to
Oh,
try to
good,
do things.
good.
And, maybe.
To collaborate the two, that would be great.
Right, and help each other out along the way in the near future. So that's what we're working on right now together.
Okay.
So is there any other questions or?
No, so you just want to change the cap to 250 instead of 150?
Yeah, it doesn't mean that we're gonna use it all. I
Exactly.
mean, it's
It's
just
just
there if I need it or for the
And that's
decorations.
for decorations and, what else was it? I'm sorry.
The rest of the refreshments and stuff that we're gonna have there that we don't have, food.
Right.
What we need to do with that is we can approve it tonight for 250, but you have to take it back before the Parks and Rec and ask them to increase the amount.
I'll do that.
So our motion should be contingent on Parks and Rec approving it.
Okay.
Okay?
That's fine.
I actually did have a question for Tony, and the board, actually. I was going to say 150 was actually, I was going to say that probably should be raised, so I'm glad Tony mentioned this. But what if that also goes out? Should we also give the permission, if they run out, to have a little bit of the ability to go out and purchase some extra candy and stuff at a local store?
We can provide the refreshments like the hot dogs and the chips and the pop, but I don't know that we can provide the candy.
Basically, from my understanding on the trick or trunks, the people that are volunteering to pass out the trunkers, I call them, are going to be passing out the candy, bringing their candy. So we won't have to provide that. We're providing the refreshments, the drinks, and the
Like a meal
decorations. So,
Non-alcoholic.
yeah, drinks. Anybody ever wants to? Just don't. I don't see nothing. All right. So. No, it's pop and chips and hot dogs.
Like we did for the picnic.
Right.
Right. So
If you decide not to have the bonfire, though, let me know so that I can tell Joey.
I think we're going to decide to have it, Kelly, because I think I've coordinated with some of the people that are going to do the cemetery cleanup,
Yep.
and we're going to bring some of that stuff over here and start a pile
Okay,
over there. So when I believe that's the 25th. Right.
right.
So I'll coincide with
Okay.
them, tell them where they're going to bring it, so you can call the chief and
We'll
let
be
him
good.
know.
Yep, he knows, so I'll let him know it's a go.
All right.
Okay, perfect.
Any other questions?
Well, I'll make a motion to,
We already have a motion that was discussion, so I need all in favor.
well,
Oh, we need to.
Oh, you
amend.
gotta re-motion it. I'll make a motion to approve the Parks and Rec trunk or treat event with a cap of 250.
It's actually an amendment. I'll make the motion to amend to.
I made the motion, you can second it, Michael, if you want.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
I'll second your motion,
Thanks,
Kelly.
Lori. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments? No public comments? Okay. I am just going to bring up a couple of things that's going on around the township. We are starting work on the waterfront park. The surveyors were out there today.
Madam
The goal
Supervisor,
is to have them
you're
to...
providing a supervisor report, which is no longer on the
I'm
agenda.
not providing supervisor report, I'm discussing township business, Michael. So we are moving on with the park. The surveys are out there. The goal is to get them started on the 22nd, or I should say completed with the surveying on the 22nd. Within the month of October, they'll be working on the park and have that completed. We also have, I have this from the road commission, that there will be intermittent lane closures on Starville between Marco and Shea for crack filling during this week. And then as well as Starville and Shortcut and Marco will be closed to all through traffic for crossroad culvert replacement for one day. I'm not sure if they did that or they didn't pick a day for that yet. Let's see. Oh, also, I'm happy to say that we were awarded the SAW grant in the amount of $279,000, which will be the assess management, the SAW grant's the stormwater, the assess management, and the wastewater grant that we applied for. So we'll be working on that. And the Cottrellville Planning Commission issued their annual report. And just some of the things that I wanted to highlight on was that they had updated the cemetery ordinance. What else have you guys done, Ken? So I can speak.
That was pretty much it.
Oh, we are working on our master plan. I did ask each committee. The Parks and Rec plans expires next year, so I asked each committee what they see for the future of Cottrellville. So they're working on that, and we are going to meet with our master planners and the planning commission next month to get going on that. So can I get a motion for adjournment?
I'd like Clerk Lori Russellberg to document a violation of MCL 15.263 sub 5 for the violation of the agenda. At no point does any board comment or supervisor's report appear on this agenda. So please document that in the minutes.
I believe that, if I may, Kelly.
Go ahead.
I believe that this is Supervisor Pacelli's meeting, and if she wants to inform the audience members who are sitting here about the goings-on in the community, she has every right to do so. And,
I'm sorry? I think that you need to stop, and if you can't control yourself, then you can leave. We didn't ask for anybody to speak out loud. You're not a board member. The public does not address the board. Thank you.
Clerk, I'd
It's
also
one morning.
like for the minutes to
Lori,
document.
were you done before Ms. Zorn interrupted you?
I am now.
And could you please repeat that? Because I didn't hear, because Michael and his mother were interrupting you.
Oh, I was just stating that this is your meeting. You have every right to inform the audience members of the goings-on in the community. And our agenda policy, whether it has it or not, it doesn't have to have it on there. It is your meeting.
Thank you. Can
No,
I get a
it's the
motion for
taxpayers'
adjournment,
meetings.
please?
It's
You
the
are
people's
out of
meeting.
order.
Michael, yeah.
It's the people's meeting, not Kelly Facelli.
It is the supervisor's
them-
meeting. Can I get a motion for adjournment,
I make
please?
a
I want
motion
the minutes to
adjourn at
document
7:47.
Ken Chartier
Can I
should have
get a
gone to the
second?
podium to
Second.
speak.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.